Tits. Tits, tits, tits.
Tits, tits, tits,
Tits of the house.
tits of the house.
Hey. Welcome. We're back. We are back and we've gone mad. We've been driven crazy by the people, places, and things in our lives.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it because there seem to be recurring characters that come in and out of my life, and I don't seem to learn the lesson.
I definitely do not learn the lesson. I am getting better.
It's so much easier to see other people doing patterns and being like, you do this thing, but I'm perfect. But it's harder to see it in yourself. But I am working on it, and I see things, and I'm getting better at setting boundaries and not letting myself be driven as crazy as I once did. And it's about progress, not perfection. So
that's true. And you know what? I am getting so much better at it, because if not, I am going to end up locked up for the rest.
Who drives you the craziest?
My sisters. My mom.
Your family, right?
My family.
No, they say no one knows how to push your buttons like your parents because they installed them.
There you go. Listen to the genius, please. Everybody listen to the genius.
I mean, I'm just quoting a quote. But it's like the reverse must also be true, because my kids are driving me crazy, and I don't know why I get so worked up. I think I just feel powerless. I think that's what it is. But like, when I feel powerless, I feel this like rising, the cortisol rises, the adrenaline, and I want to like scream. I don't, but I want to. And it's like, how can a little crazy child make me feel so powerless?
Because little children are the absolute best at pushing buttons. Their curiosity is pushing buttons. Let's see how far we can go.
That is literally, you're right, nail on the head. It's how far can I go before you explode? And they will keep going to get this response. And Goldie, my 2-year-old, does it at bedtime, and she will just keep asking for things. And if her dad's here, he thinks if I just give her, and like, it's like a bomb. He's like, if I'm careful enough, I can do this without the bomb exploding. And I'm like, the bomb's gonna explode, and that's how you know bedtime. And like, I go in knowing it's gonna explode no matter what. And he's like, I can make it not explode. So we both have these different ways of dealing with it. But he
tiptoes around it, and you just sit there expecting it.
I expect it because like, she'll be like, I want this blanket, I want this, I want that, I want different socks, I want different pants. And it's like, you give. And then she's like, I want pizza. I want to take my pull-up off. And you're like, no. Where do you draw, like?
Yeah. No, those are button pushers. Let's see how, those are the testers. Kids see what they can get away with.
And at bedtime, you're so close. Like, you can taste the freedom, the exhale of like, okay, I can relax, I can check my emails, I can eat a snack. Like, it's so close. And then she's like, one more thing. And it's like, I don't know why. It's like I'm a fool. Every night I think it's going to be, why?
Yeah. Well, no. That's holding on to hope. Yeah. That's a good thing.
I just forget. It's like, we just know. It's just hard. It's all hard.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. First of all, I have so many reactions. Sometimes I'm in a grocery store or I'm in Costco and a baby is screaming and crying. And I'm like, I want to walk over and pick the baby up and calm the baby down. It takes everything out of me not to walk up to a stranger and fix this for this baby.
That sound is designed to rattle you. That sound is designed, that's how we're all here. Like, human beings survived because we made that sound and someone cared for us.
Yeah. It is. It locks you in and you're like, save the baby.
Yeah.
It literally, so, and then when they push your buttons too, you want to kill them, but you love them so much, you're like, you know what I mean? You're just like,
No, it's insane. I'm like, I cannot wait till she goes to bed. And then I leave and I'm like, look at this cute picture of her. Look at her. She's so cute.
Welcome to motherhood.
Yeah.
I'm like this with my dogs.
Yeah.
Well, Rosie, you're in a lot of trouble. Rosie
hopped up onto a desk and just destroyed my daughter's diary, ate a pen.
And is about to have a bowel obstruction surgery because she's chewing, finding, and eating plastic. But it's taking care of the problem in the ocean. No, I'm not.
Rosie's just trying to help the environment by eating all the plastic.
She's like, I'm a bad girl. She's so cute. Yeah, but the thing is like, it's obviously your family is meant to push your buttons, and it's just the way it is because you grow up so close. The hardest people to keep boundaries with probably are your family members because you're so used to letting them.
Because they know you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, and they are going to push you more than anyone. But then when you have friends that are crazy, that bring complete chaos into your life, and you have to cut those friends off because you're like, how much more crazy can I handle?
Well, that's why you put up boundaries. And I think it's scary sometimes to put up a boundary because it feels like you're going to die or be rejected, or have someone get mad at you, or I don't know why it's so hard, but I feel like it's something everyone struggles with. I don't know anyone that's like really great at like holding boundaries.
I don't know anyone that's really great at it. It is so hard because it is so much easier to give in. Why is it so easy? It's like, because it gives up the fight, and then the art, like, it's easier just to walk away and give in.
Well, there's two kinds of walking away, like walking away and giving in, and then also cutting out. So I think what's hard is maintaining a relationship where you feel like you need to put up boundaries and figuring out that balance, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
We have crazy friends who you just have to decide how much you can put up with before you say something.
I think you just have, I think that's right. And I think also you have to also respect yourself enough to say something, because I had to cut someone out of my life and it did not feel good. But I was so hurt by comments this person was making and jabs this person was taking at me out of, I don't know what, but I was like, who needs it?
Well,
Not
sometimes, me. I think it's Oprah who says when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
Or tell you who they are, believe them. And I think this person showed that they were transphobic, bigoted, and you did not agree with this person on a moral level.
Yeah.
And that was outside of them being a shitty friend.
Yeah. This is, but the thing is, and I can say this, now people are gonna troll me and be like, no, that's just you. But
What's
there
just
is,
you?
when I say this, there is this thing that you feel like this responsibility to this person, because you feel like, well, this person like runs friends off. If I'm not this person's friend, who are they going to have? You feel this guilt or bad.
I understand.
Do you know what I mean?
That. There's someone who has been in my life who, there's this girl that she had a toxic relationship with, and I had to support her in this friendship with someone who I knew was not good, because I had seen them just wreak havoc on this friend group, on that friend group, and then I found out she knows this, and it's like, oh, this person has a pattern of burning bridges.
Yeah. And all the bridges are burnt, and there's one bridge left between you and this person, and it's like, oh God, who does this person have? And there is that responsibility that you feel like is put onto you by this person. Like, I have no one. But cutting the cord with that person hopefully will teach that person, maybe I need to be better.
I don't know. This person has just moved on from group to group to group.
Okay, so what are they going to do? Go scout another group at one point?
I think what happens is, much like girls like to recycle boyfriends and go back and be with an ex, she will reach out to old friends and say, I miss you, it's been forever, send old photos and be like, we should get together, I want to celebrate your birthday, I have a gift for you, stuff like that.
Yeah, like a love bomb. Like, oh, I'm so, because now you burn bridges everywhere. You got to find someone to hang out with your ass, right? Yeah. I mean, baiting, just baiting someone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard though, but I have gotten better, and I am at a point where that type of thing, when someone reaches out to me and says, maybe I was wrong, I want to apologize, and I realize, thank you for the apology.
How many people have done that to you?
Quite a few. Thank you for the apology. At this point, I've always taken friends back, forever. But you know why? It's my fault they've done it to me. And I take full responsibility because I've let them come into my life and run amok and had a guilty conscience about cutting them off because I felt bad. Like, but she doesn't have anyone. I just feel guilty. And you know what? With this podcast and Instagram and stand-up comedy, I am too busy to make excuses for anyone else's problems. I find that I have my own. Number one being tech problems. Number two. You
guys don't know how often these cameras go out. These cameras are very finicky, much like a high maintenance girl.
Yeah. If I'm at these cameras on a date.
These cameras are like, nope, see ya.
Yeah.
We're tight. We're gonna go to sleep now.
I am so over these cameras. I am so over.
Is this relatable content? Is
I
this
want to cry. Oh my God. No, but yeah, no. It really is. It's true. It's like you have to realize at some point in your life, if you want to take 5 steps ahead, you cannot hang back with the crowd that's just holding you back. You just can't.
Don't dim your light for anybody.
So you need some energy drink.
I might need some energy drink.
Hillary!
Don't
you want me, baby? We're tired.
We're so tired.
We're so tired. But the thing is, I will say, I have learned immediately when I think that someone is insane and has this like I feel like my energy is all over and crazy and I have to hone myself in. I cannot do that for everyone. When someone needs me too bad and calls me 300 times a day, I can't handle that.
No, I get that. And I think that because of the way I grew up, I have this calming, grounded ability to share with people who are like that, and that doesn't mean I should. I think I used to feel like, oh, I'm good at putting out this fire over here, let me help them. And then you start to realize, oh, they set the fire. They're the ones setting the fire. And I can hold a mirror up, but I can't make that person stop being an arsonist.
No, but you're coming in to clean up the fire, and it's taking every ounce of your energy. It's draining you.
I don't have many people in my life like that anymore. And I try to just hold space for people to be who they are without trying to fix them as much.
Same. But you live and you learn. I'm learning that. I'm learning that, and I don't have many friends.
Yes, you do.
I mean, do I have a lot of friends? I don't
think you
know.
have a lot of friends.
No, thanks.
I think that it's better to have a smaller circle of good friends than a ton of friends who maybe drive you crazy.
But I do love all of my friends that I have today. There's so many good things, and I think it's, if you do have good friends out there, you should tell them they're good friends.
I think
and
so
thank
too.
them for being good friends. I think friends don't thank each other for being good friends. Like when we have a heart to heart about something or talk about the podcast, like I never want you to ever think like, oh, as a friend, because like outside of the podcast, we're friends. We're real friends. So
we are.
Are we? Wait, are you my friend?
Will you be my friend?
Rosie's like, I'm your friend, but I'm tired. But it's, you never want anyone who's a good friend to you to feel stuck out in the cold or left out. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should be more grateful for our friendships. Yeah. Some people,
I think you should tell people how much they mean to you and show them with acts of, calling, checking in. Text, how you doing, was just thinking about you. And I think I've always made that a priority in my life, and I've always had like the most amazing women as friends.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Some of them are just really crazy. Always, no, but all my friends have been smart, funny, creative, amazing.
Yeah, but you are very good at putting up boundaries with people that run amok. And
I am
you're
now.
Like, you are now. You're really good at it.
I wouldn't say really good. It's a skill. It's a skill. And sometimes we don't know that people are stepping on our boundaries. So I came across this article.
Okay.
We are going to talk about it. Another one from Bustle. We love you, Bustle. How to tell if you're being used in a relationship. So this could be friendships. This could be people at work. This could be your partner. There are signs, you guys. So the first one, they always seem checked out.
Well, I mean, do they have a job on Instagram? Like,
Betsy's like, guilty!
I'm like,
watch the TV show, Steve!
Well, the article does go on to say that there are periods of time in a relationship where people are distracted or more checked out. But I think this is just in general. You know those people where it's like they just light up when they are talking about themselves? Like they cannot get enough of the sound of their own voice. But then you go to tell them something and they're like,
Wait,
hold
what?
on. Like,
what did you say about yourself?
Not even wait,
did you
what?
say
It's just
something? What do you think? You ever ask someone, you tell someone a long story and then you're like, there's no response. You're like,
I feel like sometimes that happens to me with my husband where I will tell a story and then there's like no reaction. And I think he doesn't know what to say. Because he's afraid of me, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's so funny because lately I have been really, really distracted. And I will be sitting there while my own husband's telling me a story and he's like, hello, what's the answer? And I know that what's happening to you is he's zoning out, thinking about a million things going on, and you're just talking.
No, I know when that he does that too.
Okay.
And I'll be like, hello, and then he'll be like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He does both those things.
He does both those. Well, that's just, I'm guilty of it sometimes too, not listening. Not to, but just like
she's like not to you.
Not to you.
Just my husband.
Well, it's because we're like on vacation and I'm doing something and I'm thinking, oh, this is great. I gotta write this down. How does this go? Blah, 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 blah. and he'll be telling me something about a dessert that he wants to try at a restaurant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, and he was like, hello, lately a lot. But I've been really busy lately.
Yes.
I'm
we're
guilty.
all always on our phones.
But I'm not using my husband. Okay,
Well, they say they won't ask about your day, they won't ask your opinion on something, and they definitely won't listen with interest as you talk. While long-term couples will go through periods of distraction, experiencing this on a regular basis is not okay. So I think it is important, like attention is important.
So if you what you're saying is if my husband is not interested in what's going on in my Instagram account,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
saying.
That's not what I'm saying, because they could give a flying F.
No one cares.
Thank God they don't care. They don't care. Unless it's about them.
Yeah.
Number 2, they don't do one-on-one dates.
That means you're being used.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like they're not really like
into you.
Yeah.
He's just not that into you.
I love that movie. Okay, so I think one-on-one dates are important. I think double dating is fun because you get to talk to another couple. But when you're one-on-one dating, you get to have the conversations that, when you're at home cleaning the house or doing this, you're distracted in a house. I feel like it's hard for me sometimes to sit down and watch TV because I know that I have so many things to do when I'm at home. Well, the TV, I can put the TV on, but I've also got to edit. I've also got to do this. I've also got to do that. So like when you're sitting down at a table across from each other, there is nothing that's stopping you from that.
Do you not have your phone on you?
I usually try to put my phone down when I'm at
I
dinner.
read that even just having your phone out it does something that makes you feel less close to another person. So when you are with someone at a dinner table, put your phone away.
I get that.
And then they feel more important.
I keep my phone out because I am always waiting for an emergency
You let
call.
them know they're not important to you. You leave that phone out and
Yeah.
say, this is more important.
Yes, I say there might be an emergency.
Well, that's different. And when you have
You're
kids,
important,
it's like...
but if
Yeah.
there's an emergency, it's more.
But you can put your phone away, especially I think we're so used to, you gotta have the phone out in case there's an emergency. But it's like the kids are asleep, it's just you and your partner, or whatever, your dogs are asleep, it's just you and your partner, you can put your phone away.
Yeah, and
Right?
when I was out of the country on my 3-week vacation, I had my phone away a lot of the time.
What was that like? I think it's hard at first, but then you maybe get used to it.
Yeah, it was, it was just like, I'll be honest with you, for the first time, I was like, I want to enjoy eating this food because there's nothing I can do anyway. It'll take me 15 hours to get home, to get to an airport. Like,
You didn't film your food and try to make a reel out of it for Instagram?
I did not.
I saw some reels.
You saw some reels, and that's when we split up on the trip. And I didn't shoot much. I took pictures of us, but I really was like, I want to sit at this table and eat this food. And actually, want to hear something really embarrassing? I'm totally embarrassed.
Always.
My husband's like, why? When did you start moaning when you eat? I was like, did I moan? He's like, yes, what are you doing? I was eating and I was like,
let's hear it.
oh my God, this is so bad. Moaning.
He's like, you don't make that sound with me. I didn't know you could experience pleasure like that.
I'm telling you, it is crazy. Okay, I'm like, oh shit, am I old? I'm moaning over food. That's embarrassing. I'm like a dog.
No, I think we make sounds because we're enjoying things. I think that's...
Yeah, I should not. What is wrong with me? But I did. I guess I was like, well, I guess I'm really living in the moment.
I think that's good. I think I have lost the ability to enjoy things without my head being like, is this a video? Is this funny? What reel could you make out of this moment?
Yeah.
It's so hard to turn off your work brain.
It is. I did it because this opportunity of the eating. Anyway, did I gain a little weight? No, I don't even care. But the opportunity of the food, you know, like we're going to Japan.
Yeah.
And hopefully
We're going to turn into food,
we're going,
food
we have
vloggers.
we have a trip planned to Japan. And
Managing any disasters or emergencies that might come up.
Yes. My husband's like, you're just going there to eat anyway.
I'm just going there to shop.
Yeah, you're going to shop, I'm going to eat. I'm like, okay, can I
I'll eat some stuff too.
Yeah, you'll eat.
I'm excited. I have a whole list of food to try.
Oh.
And I'm very excited for the 7-Elevens, which I guess means you like go get all the food and bring it back to your hotel room.
Oh, yummy. I didn't do that. I just ate so much ramen I couldn't even barely get back up to my hotel room.
How many times have you been to Japan?
Once. Just
Just
one
okay.
time, yeah.
Well, I've never been and I'm excited to go.
Same. Okay.
They use you to network.
Ooh, network.
I mean, it's pretty clear when someone's using you to network. I feel like there's not really a way to hide that.
No, if someone's using you to network, that's so messed up. I think that is really messed up to use someone to get further ahead. I do. It's nasty. Ugh.
I don't know that it's so black and white where someone's like, I'm going to use this person. I think, you know, when you're dating and meeting people, you're like, well, who knows what this will lead to? I don't know. Let's see.
That's something completely different. I think using someone to network is...
Give me, if I'm a person you want to use to network, play the villain. Do it.
Okay, who would you be? I don't know.
I'm the
Okay.
gatekeeper at Instagram. Go.
You're the gatekeeper at Instagram. Oh! Hi, gatekeeper. Can I massage your feet? I mean, what?
Okay, well, this is what it says. It says, if your partner is using you, so this is for partners, I guess, they might have extra high expectations when it comes to your achievements, but not because they're cheering you on or rooting for you to achieve your goals. Rather, they're invested because you there's a typo in this article. I want you guys to know this is not me with poor grammar. Because you success can do something for them.
Yeah, I think that's a lot. I think that happens a lot. And if people get to a certain level of success off of you, they leave you. I mean, look where we are. You haven't seen that happen?
I've seen people build their partners up and ride the coattails, but in a way that feels like women building up men because men just make more money, and that was the smart thing to do for them as a couple.
I have seen people date men that are in the rooms that they need to be in to further their own career, and get rid of those men.
Well, it seems like your friends are savvier than mine.
Well, it's not just my friends. I modeled when I first moved here, and I would be the cocktail waitress slumming and working the party and serving drinks, and see other models working the room of the party brought by the successful actors, producers that they were dating. And then see, as their career furthered, other people they were dating and other people they were dating when they broke into the acting world. So, I mean, not to say that's what they were doing.
Isn't that like a social climber?
It's like a social climber. And I think that's
Yes.
maybe what that means, is using to network, is to like, if you wanted to be, you know, the CEO of a company and you met Jeff Bezos and you started dating him, well, I mean, you're gonna get tools. You know what I mean? You're gonna get something out of this. Now, if you're with them forever,
do you think that
then it's probably true love.
That lady is with Jeff Bezos because she just
know.
loves his sense of humor?
I think she thinks he's so hot. She just is like, let me no. I don't know. That woman.
Can we throw up a picture of Jeff Bezos
And she is on a magic carpet money ride. I have no idea why she's with him. I can
think
assume.
a gajillion billion reasons why.
I don't know. You think his penis is as big as his yacht?
Definitely not. In fact, it's probably like inversely proportional. He probably has a very tiny penis, and that's why he
I
has
hope
worked
he
so
does.
hard.
I hope he does. Nobody with that much money deserves.
But we don't care if you have a big penis or not. It's how you use it. Right, Betsy?
And how much you pay attention to us with it and
That's
listen to
right.
us and tell us,
That's right.
you want some more energy drink?
I think I'm sufficiently caffeinated
Okay.
and probably not going to sleep tonight. Okay, number 6, you feel uncomfortable around them. Do you get jittery? Do you tense up? Do you feel angry, seemingly for no reason? Physical and emotional reactions like these might be a sign your partner doesn't have your best interests at heart, even if you can't put a finger on why. This reminds me of, I don't know where I heard this, but it was like when your phone rings and you see that person's name come up, what is the feeling you get in your body?
Oh, give me a break. No, you get the feeling when your partner calls you and your phone rings, you're like, ah!
But not just your partner, like it could be a friend or it could be a family member. Like, how do you feel about that person calling you? Like, is it like dread? Is it anxiety? Is it resentment?
Well, you know if it's your husband and they're calling usually to ask you to do a million things. So it's extreme excitement. Please! Yay! Yes, what can I do for you right now? I mean, like, come on, that's not a fair question.
I love that you're just assuming that everyone's annoyed when their partner calls.
No, I mean, okay.
Your husband calls to boss you around.
Yeah, when you're dating someone, they might call and say, "Sweetie, I want to take you to Master."
Yeah. I used to be so excited when...
Yeah, and then you're married for
And then
so
you're
long.
married and then you're like, what do you want?
You're like,
Stop bothering me.
call what?
But I will say for the single people out there, like, in the beginning, you should be excited that they're calling you.
Yeah, because pretty soon you're not.
Yeah, pretty soon you're going to take them for granted, just like we do.
Pretty soon you're going to be like,
What does he want now?
I have been accused of sounding... I had to work on this, but I would answer the phone, apparently, not on purpose, like I was... like I didn't know who it was. That I'd be like, hello? And he's like, you have caller ID. You know it's me. Why do you sound like I'm interrupting you and you don't know who this is?
love that. I love that. I immediately answer the phone and I'm like, I'm editing with Hillary. We're so busy. What's up? Like, please don't.
What is, like, is this important?
Because 9 out of 10 times it's not. And you know what the truth is, though? You're right. I do get excited to go on dates with my husband. I am happy. And to be honest with you, I did tell my husband after the trip, even if I end up divorcing you one day or you divorce me, I still think, I still really do think that you and I should continue to travel together because we are the best traveling couple ever. Like, we love the same things. Like, we walk for so there are things that I try to tell my husband to be nice, even though I pick up the phone.
This is you trying to be nice. If and when we get divorced, we should hang out. You're cool, man.
Yeah, that is true though. Like, I just want to still be best friends. Like, I love you. I'm a crazy person.
I know you are.
Should we part 2 this?
Yes. So we got halfway through this Bustle article, and I think it's too much for one day. I think I've just...
You've tapped out on being used?
I'm going to put up a boundary that we need to take a break. We need to let these cameras cool down in full transparency. And join us next week for part 2. of boundaries and
if you're being used.
And to know if you're being used or not. We are Tits of the House. Email us at titsofthehouse@gmail.com if you have any questions for us. And we will see you next week. Tits out.
Tits out.